welcome to your reading for this time. As promised, I said I was going to do an all zodiac reading, so this is me delivering. So this is going to be like a short but sweet love reading about the person on your mind, what they're thinking and feeling about you, the connection, whatever wants to come out, that's what we're going to tap into. So as always, we'll start with Aries because it is Aries season, and we'll finish off with Pisces. And I will say, Aries, when I was getting into your energy, the cards were already really jumpy. So I do feel like you're dealing with like an intense connection. Jesus. And as I'm saying that, Amethyst, my cat, is going crazy in the room right now. Like, I don't know if she just picked up on your energy because she was over here sitting very chill. She's a Virgo, so she's going to be very chill, but she's like in the room jumping around now. So let's go ahead and see what's going to come forward. I have 3 decks here. I'm going to use the Time Wellness Love Oracle cards, and then I have another Love Oracle deck and just regular tarot. So I want to start by pulling from this little one first to see what's going to come forward in terms of the energy of the connection. And again, the cards are flying for you guys, and it's going to take me a second to grab it. Okay, no, I was able to pick it up quickly. The Sword and Rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. Okay, this gives me the Ace of Swords every time I pull it. And you know, the rose is a beautiful flower, but it does have the thorns for protection. And the sword gives me this energy of like, don't fuck with me, you know, like don't bullshit me. So I feel like this could be you or them, because right now we're tapping into the energy of the connection. So I do feel like one or the other person has a lot of love to give, but they're very protective about that love. Okay, they don't give that love away to just anybody. It's a very protective type of love, you know, like holding your cards close to one another. This could be the energy of the both of you. Like the both of you could have been through a lot of past wounds, you know what I mean? So you don't carry your heart on your sleeve, could be really guarded in that sense. But it does feel like if there has been confusion in this connection, whoever's been more confused, I do feel like they're starting to gain more clarity and truth on this connection. They're having a revelation of some sort. Okay, so whether that's just them after a lot of pondering and analyzing, but all of a sudden this hits them like a ton of bricks, okay? Because the word force is coming through here. And now the word honor is standing out to me. So this person could be someone of like very high honor, esteemed honor. They could be like really respected in their fields, whatever that is. But yeah, it's just someone who's very, the feeling I'm getting is like very stern with their love. It's like they don't just, again, give their love to anybody. And it's a very like guarded nature, very protective nature. And I feel like the both of you in this sense could have been through a lot. So the reason you carry yourselves with such high honor, high esteem, respect is because of that. You learned the hard way to carry yourself with high regard. So high standards. You both have extremely high standards. And I think the attraction you have towards one another is the fact that you meet those standards both ways. Okay. And then bottom of the deck, we have sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. So I do think while you're trying to figure each other out, you could be curious about one another. You know, for example, like let's say you have each other on social media. Maybe you don't talk all the time. Maybe you don't like exchange conversation all the time, but you're always like checking what this person's up to, or you're trying to figure each other out. Maybe you've searched their LinkedIn, you know, cyber stalked them, that sort of thing, to try to get like a better understanding of them before you dive any deeper. Okay, so that's the energy coming through. I'm just gonna fix the lighting here really quickly. So that's what's coming through so far, which is already pretty intense. But I won't be surprised if all the readings come out like intense with just the energy of the planets right now. Okay, so let's just see what this person's thinking and feeling. So whatever comes out. I'm not doing a spread like I usually do. I'll just pull a couple cards here. Okay, so we have strength. So Leo energy. You could be dealing with a Leo or just someone, again, who's very like guarded, restraint, knows how to restrain themselves. I feel like this person has a lot of discipline. Again, that feeling of don't bullshit me is coming out. I feel like you're dealing with a person. Okay, I'm getting the feeling of like Beauty and the Beast right now. And not like this person is ugly or anything like that, but I just think they're so hurt, right? The only reason the Beast acts that way is because they've been hurt, they've been through a lot, they're jaded. But then here you come, or whoever this one is, and you try to tame the beast. And not only are you trying, you're succeeding. And it's taking time. I feel that there's almost this feeling that you had to prove yourself to this person, and that could be frustrating for you. And I feel that your efforts are going to pay off. And it's not that you should be proving yourself to anybody at all, but I do think this person is like a tough cookie. I feel that they are someone who deserves the kindness and patience that anybody else would, but a lot of people don't think that. I feel like this person can come off like pretty rude and arrogant. Again, it comes from a place of hurt though. And I feel that you see through that, you see past that, and you're able to see underneath the wall, basically, or, you know, past their walls, underneath the guard. You're able to see what's underneath the surface of this person. They're not as scary as they look. They're actually very, very sensitive, and that's why you're able to see past that facade. It's a facade. There was one more thought that I had. Yeah, so this person sees you for that. They see that you're putting in this effort. They see that you're having patience with them, that you're giving them the time of day and kindness that not other people do. I do feel like a lot of people kind of give up on them. And, you know, that's valid. I think those people have a reason to give up on them, because if you're not showing any sign of progress, why bother? But there's something about you and them that you're willing to see this through for whatever reason. I think because you've seen that softness come out, that you know that it's there. But yeah, there's been a lot of hesitancy, a lot of going back and forth, a lot of uncertainty that I was tapping into with that sword and the rose, right? Like there's been someone sort of dragging their feet, trying to make a decision about this connection. And I feel like that's driven you crazy. Again, flip the roles if you have to here, but I feel like you've had a lot of patience with this person while they're trying to figure this all out. And I will say, if they do take longer, I don't think you're going to wait around forever either, because you also respect yourself, right? Yes, you're willing to be patient and see where this goes. But if you don't see any progress, if you don't feel like it's going anywhere, you also respect yourself enough to eventually let them go if you don't see any action being taken. But let's get one more card. Yeah, the Three of Swords. You've both been hurt, and there's this fear of getting hurt. And I feel like as I'm saying that there is a possibility of you eventually giving up on them, I think that's their energy coming through of hoping you don't, hoping you have more patience with them, because if you give up on them, they'll be deeply hurt. They'll feel like they're a lost cause. They'll feel like if this person can't get through to me, then nobody will. But that's a huge burden on your shoulders. That's a lot to ask of you, and that's not fair to you. So I think at the end, this is hurting you just as much if they don't eventually give you something, right? And I think one or the other has definitely shed tears over this connection, the feeling of frustration. But I do think it's triggering past unhealed wounds. And one or the other person, I feel like one person is still really working through wounds, while the other one's a little bit further along their healing journey. But the one who still has a lot of work to do, I do think they're still carrying something of the past. This person could have been cheated on with that Three of Swords, and they're scared that might happen again, or they're still just healing from that. They are still not moved on from that betrayal, especially if they felt that that person was the one or just somebody very significant in their life. That's going to sting for quite some time. And I feel that you know this. You intuitively feel that they've been through a lot, and that's why you have the patience with them, because you've been there too, right? It takes one to know one. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this person's taking their sweet ass time in making moves towards you or showing their interest towards you. They're taking their sweet time. But the good thing about the Hangman and the Knight of Pentacles is that they're not someone who makes impulsive gestures. If this person does decide to finally do something about this connection, they've thought about it long and hard. Okay, they've sat with it. They respect you enough also to not just go for it and let it burn and crash. Maybe that's happened to them in the past too, that this time around they want to take things slow. Okay, so let's finish this off with a message from the Lovers Oracle. Oof, yeah. Twin flames, your passion ignites. So yeah, this feels very passionate, very intense. It's like kindred souls, kindred spirits, right? Regardless of the twin flame label, it's a very intense soulmate connection. And it's felt on both ends. If you're watching this, obviously you're the one more tapped in to the spiritual stuff of knowing what these intense connections mean in our lives. But if this other person has no idea, this could be driving them a bit crazy, not having the answers. You know, you have the resources, you're watching this reading, but they don't. So they're definitely trying to figure this out, trying to get some answers within themselves. But it's a very strong, passionate, intense connection. Obviously, a soulmate connection that's in your lifetime to teach you a lot about yourself and them as well. So there's going to be a lot triggered, right? The twin flame journey is very triggering too. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. It's a very transformative connection as well. So a lot of things that are not serving you anymore, the both of you, whatever isn't serving you, it's being transformed and transmuted so you can take that pain into healing energy, right? So it's a very intense connection. So I knew we were going to start off very intensely with Aries, but this is what I have for you, Aries. I hope this brought you some clarity and insight while you're on your journey. Don't forget that if you ever want a reading with me, all of that information is in the description box below. You can book a reading with me at any time. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in your next reading. Hey Taurus, and welcome to your short but sweet love reading for this time frame. So like I said, we're going to be tapping into the person on your mind, what they're thinking and feeling. So let's start by pulling from the Island Time Wellness. We'll just get like a quick check-in about the energy between the two of you. We have Heart with the Key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. Okay, beautiful energy already. This is kind of reminding me of the Four of Wands. So I do feel that you and this person are feeling like you're each other's lock-in key, okay? Especially if your heart was closed for a while, I feel like this person is locking it open. Unlocking it, unlocking it open. So you could be meeting this person soon, or you've already met them. Okay, but whenever this does happen, it's at the perfect timing in your life. And you'll be ready for it, especially again, if there's this feeling of you've been closed off to love, and I feel that you're opening yourself up to love again. And if you're feeling closed off, this is definitely a message to open your heart, because you can trust this person. Okay, bottom of the deck, the Grim Reaper, the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. So if you've been going through like a dark night of the soul, I do think you're ready for love now. So it's time to practice opening your heart up and like preparing yourself for meeting the one, let's say, or just someone very significant in your life. But it does feel that you had to go through this healing journey of letting go of someone from your past. With the relationship is over, I feel that there was somebody in your life, definitely like a toxic connection, karmic even, where you had to finally just end things with that. Okay, I'm feeling the death card with this one. So Scorpio energy could be significant to you. But this is somebody that you finally just had to put a boundary and say enough is enough. And I feel that you gave this person chances and chances, and they just let you down every time. And that was simply your lesson to finally put an end to it. But I think you've done this. You've allowed yourself to be transformed, be reborn. And in doing so, you're opening yourself up to love. Okay, so for a lot of you, you may be meeting someone soon, or you've already met them, or you're opening yourself up to meet them. Doesn't necessarily mean you'll meet them right away, but you're definitely like developing yourself to get to that space, okay? All right, so let's get into the tarot and see what else wants to come out. This one came out very confidently. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. So if you've been dealing with your bad luck, you're about to get a lot of good luck, Taurus. I feel that the wheel is turning in your favor after a lot of karmic lessons is what I'm feeling with this, okay? And I think it was just part of your journey, part of what you needed to go through in this lifetime in order to grow, heal, and evolve. And whoever you're going to be meeting, I get this feeling like you haven't met them yet. But again, if you have, then you'll know what's your side of the story. But I feel that for a lot of you, it's going to be very serendipitous, very destined, like very fate-like. I feel like you're going to meet them somewhere you wouldn't expect. It's going to be like people are going to think it's lucky the way you met each other, is what I'm getting with this Wheel of Fortune. Like Irish luck. I don't know if you're Irish because I just said that, but yeah, like there's like your like luck is on your side is what I'm feeling here. And when you do meet them, they're going to feel the same way. Yeah, so 10 of Wands, I feel like you've both been through a lot already. You both had to put an end to things that, again, just aren't serving you. I feel like you were carrying a lot of burdens that didn't belong to you and that just weren't necessary anymore. I feel like you were putting your energy in a lot of things that just don't serve you anymore. Okay, so that's feeling like overall energy still. So let's see what this person is thinking and feeling towards you. The Fool. Yeah, I'm telling you, this feels very new. Okay. This person feels very excited about you. They feel like you're different. You're one of a kind. You're unique. You walk to the beat of your own drum. And this could be their energy too. Okay, because even though I'm tapping into how this person is thinking and feeling, the tarot does whatever it wants. And sometimes I have to just go where the energy is taking me. But I feel like this is their energy too. If this is who they are, someone very different. You guys could be of different backgrounds, or you or this person could live in a place that's not your hometown. Okay, so it's like you packed up your bags and you moved somewhere new entirely. So different cultures. But if this is how they're thinking and feeling about you, they feel like you're different, you're exciting. And there could be this feeling of like, is this real? Is it too good to be true? With the Wheel of Fortune, is it fleeting? But it does feel like it's secure with the heart with the key coming through here. I feel like this is coming through as a reminder that this is someone that you can open your heart with. This could even be a friendship for some. Okay, this could be like a friendship turned into lovers type of thing. You could meet them at work. The Eight of Pentacles is making a little cameo here. Let's see what else. Yeah, there's that Death card. Okay, it's coming out with the Ace of Wands. So yeah, I do feel like a lot of you had to just put an end to a certain cycle that wasn't serving you anymore. And in doing so, it's opening up a brand new beginning, a brand new chapter that's going to be very passionate, very exciting. Yeah, and like I'm saying, you went through this dark night of the soul. Okay, these two cards are giving me very similar energies here. You had to go through a dark night of the soul, and this person did too. So again, they feel like you're very different. With this Scorpio energy coming through very strongly, you could be a Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising, or you could be like cross-watching for a Scorpio, or sorry, for a Taurus, but you're a Scorpio. But there's, again, this feeling of excitement. It's like a breath of fresh air. This is new. This is different. And I feel that when you meet this person or when you met them, there's this instant soul recognition of just knowing that's my person. That's who I'm meant to either spend the rest of my life with or just have a very significant connection with. Okay? Because I don't want to feed anybody's delulu and be like, this is the one, this is the person you're marrying, because I'm not going to do that to you guys. There's too many readers that do that, and I'm not doing that. But it does feel like a significant connection for sure. Okay. Yeah, it's going to come in very fast with the Eight of Wands. I feel like this is a type of person that when they know what they want, they're going to go after it. They're not going to sugarcoat it. They're not going to beat around the bush. They're just going to go for it. Very sure of themselves. Like I'm saying, very secure energy. Okay, so overall message that I'm getting about this person's feelings towards you and their thoughts is definitely that you're new and exciting and it's different and it's gonna catch them by surprise, or it's caught them by surprise, but they're ready for it. They're ready for this journey with you. Okay, let's get a final message from the Lover Oracle. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Interesting. So again, this like feeling of the Death card. Yeah, I feel like you or this person have strong Scorpio placements for sure. And I feel that being in this connection with each other, it's always going to be transformative. There's never going to be a dull moment with each other. And I feel that with each other, you're also going to learn that nothing else matters in life but the memories you have shared with those you love. Like you can't take materialistic things with you to the next life, right? Or, you know, when you transition over, you don't take tangible items with you. You take what's in your heart and soul. And something about this person is going to teach you that and vice versa. So it's a beautiful energy. And I feel that when you meet each other also, you're almost like meeting each other like this brand new version of yourself, just like naked almost, because you've been through this. You had to let go of what you thought was most precious to you, but that didn't serve you anymore. And once you let go of that, you realized nothing else matters. And there's this new version about the two of you. It's not just you, it's the two of you. You both had to go through this intense dark night of the soul energy before meeting one another. And it's only going to get more deep, more profound the more you get to know each other. But this is just coming off intense already just from the beginning. And I did mention at Aries reading that I had a feeling all the readings were going to be intense, and sure enough, they are. All right, Taurus, so that's what I have for you. I hope this reading brought you clarity and insight. Thank you so much for watching. Also, don't forget, if you ever want to get a reading with me, all of that information is in the description box below. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you guys in your next one. Bye. Hey Gemini, and welcome to your love reading for this time frame. Like I mentioned, this is going to be a short but sweet love reading about the person on your mind and what they're thinking and feeling towards you. So far as I've been doing Aries and Taurus, I've been wanting to tap into what this person's thinking and feeling towards you, but a lot more has come out. Okay, so like the energy of the connection, your feelings come out too. So we're just getting a bit of everything. Okay, so to start, we'll start by pulling from the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle cards just to get a energy check-in between the two of you right now, this connection overall. Energy between Gemini and this person, what's going on? Ooh, we have camera. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. So this is giving me Six of Cups energy. So you and this person could have known each other for a long time, past life connection for sure, or just something about this person is very familiar to you. Could be a pattern repeating itself in your life as well. Okay, and when I was getting into your energy and I was shuffling the cards, the card for outdated thinking also came out, or no, it was cassette, but it said outdated thinking. So what I am feeling already is that this could be a person that you're dealing with that could be a repeated lesson for you. Okay, and what that means is that if you haven't learned the lesson, if you haven't mastered a certain lesson with somebody, it repeats itself with a new person. Right, so that's what I'm getting here. It's like you could be stuck in the past when it comes to love dynamics, okay? And this is coming through for the both of you, not just you. So, okay, it's like a two-person situation here. Yeah, we have the Runner at the bottom of the deck. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening ego. So I feel like you're both learning how to be in healthy relationships. I feel that you both tend to fall into the trap of codependency. Okay, you could have a fear of intimacy. You could have an issue of listening to your ego. And usually when the runner comes out, I feel, usually one's the chaser, one's the runner. But with your energy, I feel like you're both the runners. You both tend to do this. As soon as it gets too deep, or as soon as something about this person reflects you, something about yourself that you need to work on and heal, you run. And vice versa with this person, they run. I'm getting this feeling of lack of accountability. So you could place the blame on this person, or this person could place the blame on you, instead of taking accountability for your part in the connection or relationship. Okay. Yeah, and then we have love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. So I feel like this is what you're learning. You're learning how to love yourself unconditionally, not conditionally. And this person is teaching you how to love yourself, maybe through a really hard lesson that you haven't quite mastered yet, but that's the whole point of it. If you're abandoning yourself to be in a connection with this person or to be loved by them, that's definitely your lesson to learn. Okay. Yeah, and then that cassette that I was talking about is popping up. And I think a card fell, but I'm not feeling guided to grab it, so I'll just leave it there. Okay, so let's get into the tarot and see what else is going to come out. Oh my gosh, yeah, we have the Devil. Yeah, this is definitely a codependent relationship, Gemini, that you have to really, really reflect on and think about if it's serving you. Are you both in this because it's comfortable? You've gotten used to each other? Like, what is the reason? I feel like you're both trapped. You're both settling. You feel like you can't do better than this, but you can. And if you're constantly repeating this lesson with this person, like I'm saying, or a new person, and it's the same thing again, it feels like it's a never-ending cycle, is what I'm getting with this Devil. It feels generational for some. Yeah, we're getting the Ten of Pentacles, and I'm being drawn to the grandfather in the image. Oh, he's over here. So it feels generational, ancestral, even this codependent energy, this pattern. So, don't be so harsh on yourself. Don't feel like you're the problem. If this is a generational pattern that you're healing, and I'm seeing 33 as I'm saying that, so that's confirmation that you shouldn't feel bad about how you're handling this. Okay, you're actually doing a really good job, and you're actually more self-aware than your ancestors were when it comes to this pattern. And if you're the one to break it, if you're the one to heal it, then you're the hero. And you should look at yourself that way. You should carry yourself with that regard. So don't feel that you're fucking up constantly, or that you're stuck again, or like, damn, I did it again, because it's hard. It's a hard lesson. It's not for the faint of heart. And it definitely feels like you're the chosen one in your lineage to clear this out. Okay, let's get more. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles is coming out. So this is like the two of you. I feel like the both of you are clearing out a lot of generational baggage here. The big lesson too is that you allow yourself to be breadcrumbed by people. Again, it's like you're settling for more than what you deserve, or less than what you did. Excuse me. You're settling for less than what you deserve, and you deserve more. And I feel that that's the lesson. I feel that your ancestors didn't have the voice to speak up for their needs and their wants and their desires, but you have the power to do that. And once you do that, once you voice your needs, your concerns, what you're deserving of, the scales get balanced. I'm being drawn to the scale over here. So the scales get balanced, and it's like finite. The contract is complete. The lesson is learned. the pattern will not repeat itself to the next cycle or to the next generation. So to your children, basically. Because if you don't do it, it's going to be passed down to your children, is what I'm feeling here. Yeah, Four of Cups. There's something better for you, Gemini, but you're too closed off to see it. I think you're so used to things not going your way. You're so wounded and hurt that when something good does come into your life, you push it away or you don't accept it, you don't receive it because you feel like you're not worthy enough. So I think the lesson for you is worthiness. Knowing your worth. And knowing that you can ask for more, knowing that you can speak up for more. So that when it does show up, you can take it. I feel like you know how to give, give, and give, but you don't know how to receive. And there's a balance there. There's like a feeling of balance. So let's say you gave or you received a lot. It's time to give back. Okay, let's see what this person's thoughts and feelings are towards you, because I'm telling you, this reading is going in a different direction than I'm intending it for. And I did mention in the other readings that all the readings are intense, and they've been intense, and I'm not surprised that yours isn't any different. So thoughts and feelings, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this person, because we have the Devil here, the energy that's coming through is going to be a little bit more negative, okay? So don't shoot the messenger, but I feel like this person feels that they do so much and it's never enough. They're constantly doing something for you and they feel like it's never enough. And again, if you guys don't match together, it is never going to be enough. And they feel like you're a lot of work too, a lot of effort to keep you happy. But again, the right person won't feel like you're a lot of work. They'll feel like that's it. That's all you want. Good. We're good. But with this person, it does feel like what you're asking for is a lot and they can't amount to it. They feel like they try, and it's just never enough. And them saying that, them telling you that, like you're always asking for a lot, you're always doing the most, that could make you feel unworthy because you're thinking, okay, well, I guess I don't deserve everything I'm asking for in life or in my romantic relationships because this person can't give it to you. But it's not that you're asking for it too much. You're asking the wrong person. Seven of Pentacles. So instead of going forward, they go backwards, okay? Because they were at the Eight of Pentacles and they're going into the Seven of Pentacles. So they get stuck. They don't know what else to do. And I feel that's the message. If you and this person are hitting a plateau with each other, it's because it's done. There's nowhere to go anymore. You're never going to be satisfied with this person. You're always going to feel like you're wanting more, and they're always going to feel like you're never satisfied. They're always going to feel like Gemini's asking for a lot. So it is time to take a leap of faith into a new direction. And I feel like this person has been thinking about it already. Maybe you've already felt their energy pull away from you. And when you're feeling that, don't take that as rejection. Don't take that as, oh my God, they're going to leave me. They're going to abandon me. Rather see it as, okay, this is an opportunity for me to expend my energy elsewhere and focus on me and trust that if this isn't working out, when one door closes, another one opens, right? Because it's just not meant to be. Yeah, Six of Swords. It's time to move forward. It's time to transition from this energy to something better, to your rainbow. Okay, you have a rainbow waiting for you, Gemini. You're just too caught up in this mess to see it. Okay, I'm being drawn to this rainbow here and this one over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this off with the Love Oracle message from this deck. Yeah, balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. And that was the biggest thing I felt. The lesson, right? With the Six of Pentacles of giving and receiving. So if this connection has been imbalanced, it's not because it's ever meant to be balanced. I just don't think you and this person can balance each other out. You're just not each other's match. Okay, with the Devil here. And a great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So if you feel like you're not being supported, you're not being challenged in a healthy way, then this is your message that this person is not the one for you. All right, Gemini, so that's what I have for you. I hope this reading resonated and brought you the clarity that you were looking for today. If you ever want to get a reading with me, all of that information is going to be in the description box below. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in your next reading. Hey Cancer, and welcome to your love reading for this time frame. So like I mentioned, this is going to be a short but sweet love reading. I want to tap into how the person on your mind is thinking and feeling towards you. However, as I've been doing all the signs so far, the energy's just gone in all different directions. So I'm just going to trust and honor that. So we'll see what comes up. Okay, the readings have been intense, so I will give that disclaimer too. But, you know, I'm not going to stop the message from it coming forward. So let's get started and see what's going to come forward for you guys. So we'll start by pulling from the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle, just to see where you and this person are at. Okay, we have sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. I'm feeling Page of Swords energy with this one. So I feel like you and this person could both be obsessing over each other or just like overthinking each other, keeping tabs on one another, whether this is like through asking friends or on social media, of course, but it feels like you're completely enamored by this person, just constantly trying to figure out what their next move is or what they're up to. Okay, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Self-indulgence, focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Okay, so I feel like you've been focusing on yourself and this person has too, but something about you and them pulls you back into each other's energy. I feel like you're trying to make healthy choices and this person too. So when I'm tapping into this energy, this is like the both of you. I feel like you're both trying to make healthy choices, but you can't help how you feel, and something about each other draws you in and it kind of drives you bananas. It drives you crazy that you're constantly thinking about them, but you're trying to do you. The more you do that, the more you're like pulled back in, is what I'm feeling here. Let's get into the tarot and see what else. The Guru. So the High Priest, Taurus energy. Yeah, I feel like you and this person know better than to obsess over each other, but you can't help it. Let's get a little more. The Sun. What else? Page of Pentacles. Okay, so for some of you, this could be a new person, a crush. I just heard. Okay, so it feels like a crush. No wonder you're kind of going crazy because it's like new feelings, right? So the Guru, the Sun, Page of Pentacles. I feel like this is somebody you're trying to get to know, and you're already enamored of them, is what I'm getting with the High Priest. If you're very picky, you're very selective, and you have high standards, I feel like they meet those standards. And that's why you're so obsessed with them, or they're so obsessed with you. And I feel like they're meeting you after a long time of being in their own energy with self-indulgence, okay? They're also very enamored of you because they see how well you take care of yourself. I'm being drawn to her hair right now, so you could have really pretty hair. Or they just see how you take care of yourself, how you have hobbies and interests, and you're not so caught up on what other people are doing. You could be really independent, and this person's very drawn to that. They like that about you. You stand out. And that's why, again, they're so obsessed with you, with that sunglasses, okay? But they're hiding it. Maybe you don't even know about this. Maybe you don't even know who this person is, or you've had a little inkling, and if you've been wondering if they're crushing on you or thinking about you, they definitely are. Yeah, they're smitten by you. Okay, you're the first reading where I feel like I'm actually tapping into this person's energy, and it's not all about the surrounding energy between a connection. I feel that they want to court you also with the High Priest. Oh my gosh, this card won't stay still. I feel like they want to court you. I feel like they're going to take their time getting to know you, though, with the Page of Pentacles. They're going to test the waters and see if you're interested. They know they are with the Sun card. And when they think of you, when they think about what they want with you, it's definitely something serious with the Guru here. Something long-term, a commitment. I feel like this person is for the long haul. They're not looking for a fling. They're looking for someone to call home. They're looking for someone that they can spend the rest of their life with, honestly. So there's potential here. Okay, let's not get delulu and be like, this is the one. But there's definitely potential here about where this can go. Okay, let's just get like a couple more just to clarify this. Yeah, the Magician. They're going to make moves towards you. Oh yeah, 8 of Wands. They're going to make moves towards you. Like, you're just sitting there looking pretty, smelling good, feeling good, and they see you and they're like, I want them. I want Cancer for myself, okay? I mean, look at these cards. With the Magician, they're thinking of ways to make a move towards you. This is someone who doesn't just think and fantasize. This is someone who takes action, and you're going to be attracted to that. Yeah, they just know it's you. Like, they know that they want to go towards you. So I think they are watching you from afar. This could be a secret admirer. Like I'm saying, you may not even know that they feel this deeply about you. Maybe you thought like, oh, let's see if I have a little crush on someone. And it's deeper than that, okay? It's not just like a fleeting connection. This is someone who is definitely looking for something serious. They're looking for their wife, their husband. And they see that potential with you, okay? So let's go ahead and finish this off with the Love Oracle. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. Okay. I'm trying to feel if this is you or them. Okay, if they're taking their sweet time to make a move towards you, let's say you've already felt strongly about them and they're taking really long to make a move towards you, I feel that just let it be. Don't think about it too much. Let it unfold naturally. Let them come to you, okay? Because they are plotting 100%. I would feel that the only reason they're taking their sweet time with that Page of Pentacles, like I mentioned briefly, is that they're testing the waters. They want to make sure that you feel the same way, especially if this is a new connection. They don't want to go too deep and scare you off, because I do feel like this person is intense. When they want something, they go after it, but I feel that they're trying to not scare you off. So this is also a message to them to not try too hard, to give it time. So I feel like they're trying to wait for the right moment to make a move towards you so that they don't scare you away. But at least you know that they're interested in you and that they have their eye on you. They're just waiting for the perfect moment to do that. So don't get too caught up on the timeline of it. All right, Cancer, so that is what I have for you. I hope this reading resonated. I know it was a bit shorter, but that's honestly all I got for you guys. So if you want more, definitely check out other placements like your Venus, your rising, or your moon sign. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Again, if you ever want to get a reading with me, all of that information is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye. Hey Leo, and welcome to your love reading. So like I mentioned, this is going to be a short but sweet love reading about the person on your mind and what they're feeling and thinking towards you. I did mention in the other readings that although that's what I'm wanting to tap into, a lot of other things have come through. So we'll just see where the energy takes us and go from there. So we'll start by pulling from the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle to see what's going on in this connection. Oh, this went flying over here. 1 second while I get it because it's hard to grab it with my nails. Okay, we have Axe. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. Okay. So you and this person could have recently obviously broken up with this energy coming through here. Ghosted just came through. So yeah, this person could have ghosted you or you could have ghosted them. We have keys on a ring at the bottom of the deck. Many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. So yeah, this could have been someone that perhaps you hooked up with, or could have been a fleeting connection or a situationship of some kind where they played with you and then they just ghosted you. Okay, so we'll see what that's about. Yeah, we have golden mirror underneath that, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. So this person could have love bombed you. They could have been a narcissist and they just came through very, very strongly and then they disappeared. Okay, so we'll see what's going on with that. You could be wanting to just see where their head is at if this ended so abruptly. So let's find out. Ace of Pentacles coming out. Let me get a couple more. The Knight of Swords came out as well. What else? And the Two of Cups. Okay, that's interesting. Justice at the bottom of the deck. The energies are so different. Okay. Whoa. So you see this Ace of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Knight of Swords here. I feel like what's going to happen in this connection is that when you're happy with somebody, this person who ghosted you or disappeared out of nowhere, they're going to come in and like want to destroy this happiness that you have. Okay, because I feel like when I first saw the Ace of Pentacles fall out right now, I felt like, okay, Leo is going to be fine. They have a brand new beginning manifesting before them. And then the Two of Cups came out. And this Two of Cups came out when I was shuffling your cards and getting in your energy. It just like shot out of the deck. And I got excited for you because I felt like, oh, okay, Leo's going to have like a good reading. But then this Axe came out and the keys on a ring came out. So I feel that you're ending something with someone. And when you do that, a brand new opportunity arises. A new door opens for you. But then this guy, this could be an air sign, like an unevolved Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This guy over here just wants to come in and like stir shit up, basically, is what I'm getting. Okay, and then we have Justice. So I feel like the scales are trying to be balanced. There was like a lesson there with Justice. There's like a karmic lesson with this person. I think for you is to trust and letting go of people that aren't giving you everything you deserve, people that are playing games with you, people that ghosted you. And I feel that the lesson for them is going to be to not treat people like that, because they're going to feel regret over how they treated you. Again, you shouldn't really wait around for that. That's not a healthy dynamic to be in. But I do feel like they're going to regret what they did to you, especially when they see you happy with somebody else. And you could already be happy with somebody else. And this past energy could be coming in because it's still lingering around you, especially if this person's still very much, if you're still very much on their mind, okay? So I feel that a lot of you are already happy in relationships, or you're meeting someone that's going to be very significant in your life with this Two of Cups, but then this person over here is still in their feelings about you. You could have ghosted them, and that could be what's driving them crazy too. You could have given them the silent treatment, and they're feeling abandoned. Let's see what else comes out. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, things change all of a sudden, but they come back. With the Wheel of Fortune and your energy, I feel like they're going to come back. So you have to be careful when they return. Three of Swords. Yeah, they're coming back because they're hurt. They feel ghosted. They feel abandoned, betrayed if you're the one who ghosted them. But I feel that you ended it because you knew better. And you mastered the lesson. I feel that you're the one with the axe. Now that I'm getting more comfortable at this energy, I feel like this is you. You got comfortable with, you got confident with making the decision to end this with them. And in doing so, you manifested a new connection in your life. And when I say manifested, I just feel like you opened yourself up to receive what was supposed to come anyways. But with Justice here, I feel like you learned the lesson by putting an end to somebody who was stringing you along. You were able to catch the pattern this time and not repeat it. You put an end to it before it could even begin. Before this person could drag you through the mud and put you through a lot of pain and like repeating the cycle, you put an end to it, okay? But I do feel like that Wheel of Fortune, they're going to want to come back, or they want to come back. Whether they will physically or not, I honestly feel like they might, because this Knight of Swords is coming through very strongly. But, you know, energies change. We're never 100% certain when we're doing a tarot reading, so keep that in mind. But there is a possibility that they're going to come back and try to fuck shit up. Or at least they're thinking about it. Definitely thinking about it, though. Yeah, because you met somebody new, Knight of Cups. You met somebody who's actually taken the time to get to know you and court you and be romantic. Whereas this person, I feel that they were a player. Okay, so let's see. Let's finish this off with the Love Oracle message. New beginning. Beautiful. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Exactly. So I feel that you put the coffin on a relationship that was toxic, not serving you. And in doing so, you open yourself up to receive this new beginning, and I see that it's already manifesting for you, and if it hasn't yet, it's definitely brewing behind the scenes. Okay, so let's say this toxic person returns before the healthy person comes into your life. Don't repeat the same pattern with that toxic person, because you're just going to block the new energy from entering your life. All right, so that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope this reading brought you clarity and insight, and thank you so much for watching. If you ever want to get a reading with me, all of that information is going to be in the description box below. I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye. Hi Virgo, and welcome to your love reading. So like I mentioned, this is going to be a short but sweet love reading, and we're going to tap into the person that you're thinking about, and we're going to see what they're feeling and thinking towards you. I will give a disclaimer though, that for some of the other signs, even though that's what I'm tapping into, a lot of other things came forward. So I just go where the energy takes me. So we'll see what comes forward for you guys. So by starting, we're going to pull from the Allentown Wellness to see what is going on in this connection. It just flew over here. Okay, so we have Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting, hesitation. Okay. Let me fix the lighting really quickly. There we go. So I feel like this is somebody new, obviously, with Cupid's arrow, but it feels cute. It feels like a crush. It feels very innocent, very flirty too. And then this one came out, or wanted to come out at least. Yeah, coffee cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. So I feel that it feels like a meet cute, okay? That's the energy I get. I feel like you might meet this person out at a coffee shop, okay? With Cupid's arrow, though, it does feel like it's going to come out of nowhere. It's very unexpected. And if you haven't had faith in love coming towards you, this is a reminder that you can have faith, because love is definitely coming, okay? But I feel that you're going to meet somebody, you're going to go out to get coffee with them. So if you've been on the apps, if you've been like trying to meet somebody, I do feel like you're going to be successful in meeting a lucky someone that is going to ask you out for coffee. Yeah, it's going to be like a surprise meeting this person. So whether you know, like you're on the apps and you are shocked that you meet somebody on there, that's definitely coming through. But there is going to be a little bit of hesitation. So it feels very innocent in the sense that you won't know when to make a move, if that makes sense. Okay, you'll be very hesitant in your approach and wanting to make a move. And as I'm getting your energy, I feel very like flustered, and I feel like I'm stumbling on my thoughts or my words right now. You may not notice it, but I'm feeling it. I feel like I don't even know what is coming through right now. So I feel that you and this person are going to be that way. You're going to feel like stuck. Like you're just going to be so nervous around each other that you're not going to really know how to act around each other. Like it feels very like a young, like a crush when you had when you were in school, like that sort of feeling. And you get butterflies in your stomach when you're going to run into them. Okay, that's how it feels. So let's get a little deeper here. Oh, 5 of Cups though. Okay, so if you were the person that maybe lost faith in meeting somebody, I feel that with that 3 of Cups spilled over and there's still the 2 cups left standing there, I do feel that you lost hope in meeting somebody. And this could be this person too. They lost hope in meeting anybody. Maybe you got on the app thinking like, what the heck? We'll see, but I don't have any faith in this. I don't think I'm going to meet anybody. And then sure enough, you meet them. Okay, because then those 2 cups are there. Yeah, you've both been hurt. 3 of Swords. You both are opening yourself up to love again after a long period of not. The Moon and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so I feel like the reason there's hesitation is because there is a fear of getting hurt again. A fear of trusting in this, a fear of like, well, what if I get hurt again? What if this is too good to be true? A lot of what ifs, okay, is how this person is feeling towards you. They do feel like meeting you is definitely lucky though, very destined with that Wheel of Fortune, but there's fear about that. They feel like, well, what is this person going to bring to my life? Are they just going to bring heartbreak? I can't do heartbreak again. But they're very attracted to you, very enamored. We have the 6 of Wands here. Yeah, the King of Wands. So they could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you could have those placements in your chart. But there's definitely a physical attraction. And there could be worry about that. Like, what if this is just a physical attraction? But it's definitely more. With the Moon card here, it's deeper. There's this like a deep spiritual connection with the Moon card. But you won't know that right away. And there's only hesitation because it's just fears of the unknown. Could be an Aries, the Emperor's wanting to come out too. Okay, what else? What else can we know about Virgo and the person on their mind? Yeah, they're going to take their sweet time, but that's not a bad thing. 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, they're going to take their sweet ass time getting to know you, testing the waters, making sure that you're a good fit in their life or they're a good fit in your life. But I like that energy, especially if you are on the apps trying to get to know someone. I feel like this person means business. They're not on there to look for a hookup or look for like something casual or fleeting. This person is definitely looking for something long-term, but they're going to take their time in demonstrating that to you. Okay, so they might start off slow, especially if you do start with just like a coffee date. They might not take it to like a full on dinner date right away. They might be like, let's get ice cream next time. And you're going to be like, can we take it up a notch a bit? So they're moving really slowly. That might get you feeling frustrated, because I think the 7 of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles for anybody in a love reading would drive them a little bit crazy, especially if you're wanting things to move faster, but you're a Virgo, so you may want things to move slow. And if that's the case, then you'll both be on the same page about this. Yeah, it's going to take a while for this person to really see that you're a blessing in their life, okay? And it's not that they don't see it. It's just that they're scared of taking that blessing and risking losing it, risking getting hurt again. This person is pretty jaded in that sense. But there's a reason you guys are coming together in order to work through that, okay? There's a reason you're meeting when you meet, okay? If it wasn't meant to be, you wouldn't be meeting. So the fact that you are coming together means that this person subconsciously is ready, especially with that moon card. They are ready. They do want this. They are just going to have to work through a couple of things before they can go full force. But once they do go full force, you'll see that they're very, very genuine in their intentions towards you. Okay, so let's finish this off with a love oracle. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Exactly. So this is going to be a healing connection for the two of you. Okay. For them, it's already coming through as a healing energy that they can open themselves up to love again. And for you, it's going to be different. I didn't really feel your energy in this reading as much as I felt theirs. So you'll know what your story is. But for them, it's definitely to just open themselves up to love again. Okay, and I got drawn to the image. I haven't gotten drawn to the image in anybody else's reading but yours until now. So I feel like this person has like healing qualities. This person could be like an earth angel, whether they know this or not, but they could be really spiritual. They could even do Reiki, and if they do Reiki, I do feel like they're going to do Reiki on you, okay, or just healing on you in some sense. But whatever the case, I do feel like it's going to be a very healing connection for the two of you, and this person is healing you more than you heal them, which is interesting. But that's what I'm feeling with this energy here, or this image here. And you can allow yourself to receive is what I'm getting as well. Okay, if you've always been the one to give and heal others, you're actually going to be the one to take a seat back and relax and allow to be healed. Okay, so that's a beautiful energy. All right, so that's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it brought you the cleared insight that you were looking for. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget that you can always book a reading with me. All of that information is going to be in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye. Hey Libra, and welcome to your love reading. Like I mentioned, this is going to be a short but sweet love reading, and I'm going to be tapping into what the person you're thinking about and what they're feeling and thinking towards you. However, I will give a disclaimer that even though that's what I'm wanting to tap into, a bunch of other things have come through. So we'll just see where the energies take us. And we're going to start off by pulling from this little pink deck and see what comes forward in your connection. So we have separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure future. This is giving me Three of Swords energy, which is your energy, Three of Swords. So you and this person could be in separation, obviously, with this message coming through here. But there's this feeling of longing, missing each other. Okay, so if you're inquiring about somebody that's no longer in your life, or you guys have just gone in separation and ghosted each other, I feel like this is their energy coming through here. Yeah, we have love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. So this is someone that you loved very, very deeply. And I feel that they also loved you deeply too, but I feel like your love was maybe a bit stronger than theirs. And I know that hurts to hear, but that's what I'm feeling. And I feel that you also sense this. I feel like you sense that you were in deeper than they were, and you could have felt abandoned when they separated from you. Okay, but that was definitely a lesson of self-love, to take the love that you were giving them and bring it back to yourself, right? So I feel like there was a love lesson there in terms of being abandoned by this person and you learning to put that back on yourself, or pour on your cup instead of pouring on their cup. Okay, so let's see what else comes through here. Yeah, okay. We have the Three of Wands, and they came out in the reverse, and I only read upright cards, so when they do fall out in the reverse, I read them as reversed. Yeah, I feel like, okay, so with the energy of the regular Three of Wands, there's somebody waiting for their ships to come in, right? But with it coming in the reverse, I feel two things. One thing that's coming through very strongly is that if you are waiting for this person to return, you're waiting for a ship that may never come. You're waiting for a train that may never come. Okay. And in the Three of Wands, I'm feeling their energy, sure enough. Okay. I feel like the reason you feel them so strongly is because they do think about you. They do think about making a move towards you or coming back. There could be distance between you you two, like a body of water. So this could be like overseas, like abroad, like the US to Europe, or just, you know, something as drastic as that. But there is like a really big distance. It could be emotional distance too. It doesn't have to be just physical. Okay. Yeah, and I feel that the reason you're feeling them is because they are thinking about you, but they just don't do anything about it. Like they fantasize about you, they yearn about you, they miss you, but they don't act on it. And you feel their tug, so that's why you're sensing the pull. And you could be feeling this pull more intensely than lately. Okay, we have Queen of Cups with the Lovers. Yeah. It's an intense connection, for sure. It's a deep soul bond. But one of you made a decision, and that decision was separation, right? I feel that this person's feelings towards you are very intense as well, but they dealt with that differently. They ran, okay? When they felt deeply for you, they ran. And when you felt deeply for them, you open yourself up even more. And I feel that that was a repellent on them, but it's not a reflection on you. It's just where they're at currently on their emotional healing journey. They can't accept love when they don't feel worthy of it. And I feel that you're ready to give them all that love. Like I was saying, I do feel like there was an imbalance there in the love that was given. And now that I'm in this energy, it's not that they loved you any less than you love them. It's just that they're not as open as you are. You're very open with that Queen of Cups here. Okay, so you could have water sign in your chart, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But whatever the case is, you're more emotionally open and they're not. Okay, let's see what they're thinking and feeling towards you. Yeah, their energy is very contradicting. We have the Ace of Pentacles, but then the World and the reverse came out. Okay, so yeah, they are feeling a nudge to go towards you. There's that World again. So I do feel like there is like really huge distance with some of you, different cultures, different backgrounds. Okay, you could have met traveling too. But with the Ace of Pentacles, and that could be the deal breaker, the fact that you guys are so far from each other, that could be the deal breaker for this person. But the one that's more open, if that's you, you feel that if the love is real, nothing can separate you. Nothing can keep you apart from each other. And they don't look at life that way. They're a little bit more practical. Okay, but with the High Priestess, again, very like deep, intense connection, okay, with that Lovers, and then we have the High Priestess. They think about reaching out to you and offering you something with that Ace of Pentacles, but I feel like they talk themselves out of it. And the reason you're feeling them so strongly is because they do think about you a lot with the High Priestess, okay, but you don't know this. It's a very telepathic connection too. Like you don't hear from them. You don't see it in the 3D that they're thinking about you, but you feel it. And it's because they're definitely like in their feelings about you, in their head about you. You live in their mind rent free. But all of this is a secret. It's a huge secret. So you'll have no idea about this unless you watch a tarot reading, right? And yeah, the Knight of Cups is at the bottom of the deck with the King of Cups. So that's what I'm saying. It's like they do have a lot of love for you. They're just not showing it. And they're thinking about making a move towards you, but I don't see it happening. I really don't. I keep them, I see them staying stuck with the World in the reverse, like not fully letting you go, but also not actually doing something about their feelings for you. So I feel like they're suffering in silence. They're putting themselves through pain and agony. And they miss you, they miss your love, the way you love, but it's not fair to you, right? It's not fair that they have all these feelings for you, but they're just not acting on them. Okay, so let's finish this off with a love oracle. Power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. So that's a message for you. If you are feeling their tug, their pull, and maybe you're waiting for them to do something, I feel that if you know that that waiting isn't serving you, and you know in your heart that it's time to walk away, then that's your message. You know, don't put yourself through misery either for something you don't know is going to happen, because this person's in limbo. Okay, so if you've been wondering if they're going to do anything or if it's time for you to move on, this is definitely your confirmation that they're in limbo. They're not going to do anything anytime soon. So don't wait around for it. Don't hold your breath over it. All right, Libra. So that is what I have for you. I hope this reading brought you the clarity and insight that you were looking for today. If you ever want a reading with me, all of that information is going to be in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye. Hey Scorpio, and welcome to your love reading. So like I mentioned, this is going to be a short but sweet love reading. I'm going to be tapping into the person on your mind and what they're thinking and feeling towards you. However, I will give a disclaimer that a bunch of other things have been coming out for the other signs, so we'll just see where the energies take us. We'll start by pulling from the Island Time Wellness to see what the energy is in the connection right now. We have photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Okay, so this could be somebody from your past that you're dealing with. Okay, or if you're in separation with this person, this is somebody who misses you. Okay, but with photograph, for some of you, it does feel that someone is making their way back around in your life. I know there's been a lot of retrogrades this season, right? So it does feel like if you had unfinished business with somebody, they've returned to finish that business. So we'll see what is about, like what that is all about though. And then we have ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. So what stood out to me here was transcending obstacles and new phase. Okay, so if this is somebody from your past that you felt, you know, maybe things didn't work out then, let's try again now. I do feel like for some of you that could work with transcending obstacles and new phase. It does feel like you can enter a new phase with this person. You can transcend the obstacles that maybe kept you apart in the past. But for others, I do feel like part of transcending that obstacle and entering this new phase means letting this person go. Okay, so let's just get into the tarot to see what's actually happening. Yeah, we have the World. So this does feel like somebody who came back around in your life and now you're being called to end things with this person, okay? Again, if you feel that you can truly start a new cycle with this person and things are going to be different this time, then you'll know if that's your story. Because with the World, I do feel like you can end a certain cycle with someone and start fresh. But then we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, let me just pull a couple cards here and see what else. Okay, you could be dealing with an Aries. We have the Emperor coming out. And we also have the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. So what I was feeling with the World and the Eight of Cups, I do feel that you've tried walking away from this person, but they always come back, is the feeling I'm getting. Okay, it's like you're trying to evolve to that next phase, transcend those obstacles. You're looking for something more flourishing. You're trying to ascend, but I feel like this person, it could be like your high school sweetheart or something like that, or just someone you thought you would always be with, and you're having trouble letting go of that idea. You're having trouble changing your mind or changing your outlook on life if you felt that they were the person you were meant to spend the rest of your life with. I feel that you're having a hard time admitting this to yourself, okay? And again, you can flip the roles here. This could be this person that we're tapping into, but for some reason, I feel like the Eight of Cups is your energy. Okay, and I feel like their energy is the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like they're waiting around for you to make a decision about this connection if the ball is in your court. Okay, and the Eight of Swords, I feel like they're stressing out about this. I feel that they sense that you are getting ready to walk away from them, and that's freaking them out, that's scaring them. Because the Emperor, if this is you, you know what you want, you know what you're willing to go after. I feel like you have the confidence and the strength to go after what you want, whereas this person could be living in fear, and that could be a turn off to you. I feel like you're ready to set your soars high with the World and the Emperor here. You want more out of life. I feel like you also want an Emperor. You could have met somebody who has the energy of an Emperor, and that's what you're looking for, and that could have been confirmation that you want someone who knows what they want out of life. They're not sitting around waiting for life to happen to them. They're going out and making it happen. Okay, so I feel that the person on your mind, if you are inquiring about somebody from your past that may have returned, or someone you've been dealing with for a while, I do feel like they're feeling stressed out about your next move. They're waiting to see what you're going to do. They want to see this through, but I think it's just comfortable for them. I think you guys to each other are comfort. It's your safe space. And I feel like you're ready to take a risk. You're ready for something more. You're ready to ascend. That's what I keep seeing over here. You're ready to move forward. And this person is still stuck on you. Okay, especially if, like I said, you're high school sweethearts and they feel like that's as good as it gets. And for you, you're thinking, no, there's more to life. Okay, so that's all that's coming through for you, Scorpio. So let's go ahead and see your final message here. Oh. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Yeah, so I do think a lot of you are already feeling that it's time to let this person go and move forward and follow your dreams, your goals, wherever you're being led and guided to go. I feel like that's the message for you coming through here. Follow your heart. Yeah, and then we have transformation. Your relationship with another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So I do feel like there is a transformation in this connection. And that doesn't necessarily mean coming together, right? It just means that there's a change. And whatever that change is, it's in the benefit of the both of you. All right, Scorpio, so that is what I have for you. I hope this reading brought you the clarity and insight that you were looking for. If you ever want a reading with me, all of that information is going to be in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye. Hey Sagittarius, and welcome to your love reading. So like I mentioned, this is going to be a short but sweet love reading, and we're going to tap into the person on your mind and what they're thinking and feeling towards you. However, I am going to give a disclaimer that in the other signs, a lot has come forward just aside from that. So we'll see where the energies take us and what wants to come through in your reading. So we'll start by pulling from the Island Time Wellness to see what is going on in this connection. Ooh, we have twin flame, yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. Beautiful. So, and at the bottom of the deck, we have mask, not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, gaslighting. Okay, so I do feel like you're obviously dealing with like a very intense soulmate connection here. Okay, we don't have to put the twin flame label so strongly, but you'll know if this is your message if you've been dealing with an intense connection that is lighting your soul on fire, can be triggering you into your highest self, okay? And oftentimes that means that we'll get triggered on unhealed wounds and patterns and dynamics and things of that nature, okay? Because a twin flame connection is definitely your counterpart holding up a mirror to you and showing you everything about yourself that essentially still needs work on. Okay, but what I'm feeling with twin flames, it does feel like a really good energy. Okay, I'm not feeling like the toxicity that always comes with twin flames that can happen. It definitely feels like I'm being drawn to the zen and the balance and the coupling and the complement each other in this card. So it does feel like with this person, it's going to work. Okay, because there is such a thing as karmic twin flames where you feel that intensity just as strongly, but it's not healthy. And with this connection, it feels healthy. However, with mask, I feel like this is the person you're inquiring about. I feel like they're hiding how they feel about you. Okay, especially if it's really intense on their end. I forgot which reading I was doing or what sign I was doing where the twin flame energy came forward, but on the other deck that I'm using here. And I mentioned that the other person may not have the education on twin flames the way you do, if you're watching this reading, obviously, or the resources. So they may not really know how to deal with their feelings, whereas you do. Okay, so with that, what I'm trying to say here is that I feel like that's why they're hiding how they feel towards you, because for them, this intensity is uncomfortable. So they'll just hide it. Okay, it freaks them out, is what I'm feeling, honestly. So they're pretending not to care about you. They're gaslighting themselves into telling themselves that they don't care about you. They're a little delusional in that sense. Okay, there is delude there. So they're hiding. They're hiding how they feel. But there is passion, insane chemistry. They could have rejected you also. I'm being drawn to this card underneath all the others. Not today. So they could have rejected you because they don't know what to do with how intensely they're feeling. Okay, not to feed the delulu, but I'm genuinely feeling that. Okay, so let's see what else wants to come forward. Strength. Seven of Swords, yeah, they are hiding how they feel towards you, big time. The Wheel of Fortune. The Fool, and then the Eight of Swords. Okay, the Eight of Swords wanted to come out in the reverse though, and the Sun is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so you've lit their world on fire, is what I'm feeling here with the Sun card. Okay, I feel that this person was living dark, gloomy skies, and then you entered their life and it's sunshine. Okay, so you could have Leo in your chart, or you just radiate like a very sunny personality, or you just carry yourself with such a light that is very contagious. Okay, it's a beautiful energy. And people are like honored to be in your presence because of the light that you carry. Okay, you just have like a very sunny personality. And I know Sagittarius are known for their optimistic outlook on life, but it's contagious. Okay, so even though this is Leo energy, I still feel like this is you because you are optimistic by nature. And it's very attractive too. And I think that this person loves that about you. They love that you're always looking at the bright side. I feel like they're used to people who are always looking at the negative side. They're always used to jumping to negative conclusions, and you're not like that. You're always looking at the bright side, even sometimes to your detriment. But I think it's better to be positive than to constantly think that the world is ending. Okay, so we have Strength coming through, and this is reminding me of another sign. I think it was Aries that had the Strength card too in the twin flame. So if it's Aries or Taurus, it's one or the other. It could be Aries. Definitely check that out if you're connected to Aries in any way, whether you have that in your chart or this person does. So with Strength, I feel like this person is definitely holding back how they feel towards you, okay? They feel your soft nature. And the feeling that I was getting in the Aries reading was the Strength card gave me the vibe of the Beauty and the Beast, okay? And the Beast is only acting out in anger and frustration because he's acting from a place of woundedness, right? So I feel like this person does have a huge wall up. Okay, going back to that mask that we were talking about, they have a wall up out of protection. They're very guarded with their feelings. And then here you come in being very soft and open and trying to tame the beast essentially. And you're just being yourself though. You're not doing it intentionally. You're just a kind person. And although this is very endearing to them and it's very heartwarming, it also scares them to think about opening themselves up to this type of connection or this type of love, because they're scared of what the negative part of it can be, right? Of risking getting hurt. So that's why they're holding back. That's why they're not showing their true colors. But they do want to. I do feel that with the Wheel of Fortune, you came into their life very suddenly, very unexpectedly. And it's a breath of fresh air with you entering their life, okay? It feels destined, and they feel lucky to have met you. Regardless of where this connection leads, they feel lucky to have met you. Okay, but then we have the Seven of Swords that came out as well. So this is why they are hiding how they feel. They can come off like a bit of a jerk or rude or standoffish, okay? And I don't think they want to do that. I feel like they regret it. If they do something to make you feel rejected, they instantly regret it, is what I'm getting with the Seven of Swords, okay? Like they didn't mean to do that, but they're just protecting themselves. Okay, and same thing that I said with Aries, I think it was Aries, but same thing, it's like you're not going to put up with that behavior forever. So if this person self-sabotages, which they do have the tendency of doing with the Seven of Swords coming out in their energy, then that's it. They lose you forever. They lose out on this opportunity. So this person has the opportunity to step up to the plate and see where this goes with you. But if they self-sabotage, they'll regret it forever, honestly. So right now they think they're being smart. They think they're being sly. They think they're winning at life by, again, gaslighting themselves into not thinking that they have feeling towards you, but really they're just hurting themselves. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Swords that came out in the reverse here. So I do feel like they are stressed out about this. Again, they're acting like nonchalant. They're acting like Sagittarius who, I don't care, but they do, okay? But what I like about the Eight of Swords coming out in the reverse is that they are getting out of their head about this, okay? And what came after that is the Fool. So I do feel like once they get out of their head about all the ways that this can go wrong, they're going to take a leap of faith, or at least are thinking about taking this leap of faith and taking that risk and getting to know you more, because they feel the intensity. They feel their feelings for you. Okay, it's mutual. The feelings are mutual here. So they just have to get out of their head. But I do feel like that is happening. And they'll make a move towards you, or they'll at least, let's say you invite them out somewhere, and instead of rejecting you as they may have in the past, they'll say yes this time. They'll take a leap of faith. They'll say, what the hey, let's see where this goes. What's the worst that could happen? So they're going to begin to have a more positive outlook. And again, it's going back to how I mentioned that your optimism is contagious, and it's going to rub off on them, and they're going to see how you take chances. You're confident in putting yourself out there. You're confident in living your life, whereas they may be a little bit more careful, but seeing you be more of a risk taker is definitely going to rub off on them. Okay. So let's see what your final message is here. Oh, beautiful. We have give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Okay, so if you've been waiting for this person to finally do something or finally take that leap of faith, I do feel like it's happening sooner than you realize, because the message is coming through to already give thanks for that, because it is coming your way and you deserve it. And I feel like this person does have the capacity to give you all that your heart truly desires. Okay. And if it is them, know that it's coming, know that you're deserving of it, especially if you've been patient, especially if you've, given them grace and given them kindness when other people don't. You deserve to reap the rewards of your efforts, okay? So I feel like this person definitely sees the effort you put into the connection with them. And I don't think they're going to let this opportunity pass them by. I really feel like they're going to take that leap of faith towards you. All right, Sagittarius, so that is what I have for you. I hope this reading resonated and brought you the clarity and insight that you were looking for. If you would ever like to get a reading with me, all of that information is going to be in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye. Hey Capricorn, and welcome to your love reading. So like I mentioned, this is going to be a short but sweet love reading. We're going to be tapping into the person on your mind and what they're currently thinking and feeling towards you. However, I will give a disclaimer that in the other signs, a lot of other things came out, so we'll just see where the energies take us. And we'll start by pulling from the Allentine Wellness to see what is going on in this connection. There we go. It's like it wanted to come out and then it didn't. So we have boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. So the boat always reminds me of the Six of Swords. Okay, so I do feel that right now, you and this person could be on the brink of a breakup, or you've already ended things, but maybe you're having trouble moving on, having trouble receiving closure in the way that you needed from this person. Okay, but ultimately with the message of receiving what you need, I feel that you're learning what that means for you. If this connection felt like it wasn't giving you what you were deserving of, you learned that lesson in knowing that you need to know what you, excuse me, hold on, I'm getting like, my brain is like having trouble with the words here, but you're learning how to receive what you need. If in the past you were not aware of what it is that you needed, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. At the bottom of the deck, we have I like you, someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun flirting, want to date. Okay, so this feels like a newer energy. So this could be the person you're inquiring about. I feel that you met someone or you're going to meet someone pretty soon. It almost feels like when one door closes with somebody else, right away, like the door opens for somebody new. Okay, whether that's what you're looking for or not, it just kind of feels like that's what's meant to happen. Yeah, it feels like somebody leaves your life and then somebody new comes in. So let's get into the tarot to see what else comes through. Okay, yeah, we have the Six of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, it feels like somebody from your past leaves and then something new enters. Okay, let's see. The Sun, Judgment, and the Six of Swords. And there it is. I was mentioning that I felt the Six of Swords. Okay, so yeah, I think for you guys, you could be inquiring about two people. Okay, we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. And with your energy, I feel like the Lovers here means making a choice between two people. Okay, so again, it feels like somebody of your past leaves and then somebody new enters, or you could even meet somebody new while you're in a connection with somebody already. But it doesn't feel that you're necessarily in a relationship with this person. It could just be that you're, dating, meeting different people, keeping your options open. So it feels like now you're down to two. Now you're down to making a decision about one person. But it definitely feels that it's very obvious who is the person you're meant to get to know. I feel like the I like you person here is somebody new, something different. Whereas the Boat, it's somebody of your past that you kind of always go back to. Okay, like let's say you date and certain connections don't work out. This person's almost like your safety net. It's like you always go back to them. They're always there. And that's what you are to them as well. But I feel like that story is getting old for you or for them or for the both of you. It's like it's getting old. I'm tired of going back to them. I want something different. I want something new. Okay, but it feels like you have trouble letting them go. But I think it's because you know each other so well. With the Six of Cups here, you could have known each other from childhood or just have a lot of history together. This person knows all your ins and outs, and that's why it's hard to let go. This person gets you. It could feel like this person's more of a friend than a lover. Okay, they feel more like that they know your history, your family's history, they know your traumas, your good days, your bad days, and it feels like a best friend. Like, you know, time can pass by, but then the minute you reunite, it's like time never even passed by. Okay, so I think that's why it's hard to let go of this person, because you're so comfortable with each other. You know everything. They know your favorite color, they know your favorite movie, they know what ice cream you don't like. You know what I mean? It's something like that. So it's hard to let them go because you've both been through a lot together. And letting each other go means letting go of a part of a huge chunk of your life. Okay, so I feel like with that Six of Swords, it's like, you know, it's time to move on. You know, it's time to grow up. Essentially, I do feel like this person keeps you at a vibration where you're not evolving. Okay. Yeah, because I feel like that's the energy that's coming through. It's like it's time to grow up. I don't know if this person's like stuck in life with what they're doing. Maybe it's like, the example I'm getting is, let's say you moved outside of your hometown, and when you go back to your hometown, you go and visit them, and with them it's always the same. Whereas with you, you left your hometown and you're trying to do more for yourself, but you still have that connection with each other. And you're trying to move on, you're trying to move forward, but you just can't help but go back to them. It's like a crutch almost. Okay, so there is something new trying to enter your life with the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. And it's time to really get real with yourself about what you're going to do in this connection. Okay, with the one that you need to move forward from. Because something new is trying to enter with the Sun card and the Wheel of Fortune. Like, better blessings are coming your way. And it's not that this person wasn't a blessing. I definitely feel the deep care for one another. But I do think that ship has sailed. I feel that everything you could have learned with that person, you've already outgrown and done. And there's something better. There's like new energies to explore. Okay, it's not even that there's something better. It's just new experiences are out there ready for you. And it's time to take those opportunities. And they'll bring you a lot of joy, a lot of happiness with the Sun card and the Wheel of Fortune. And I feel like if you are in the process of meeting somebody new, they're part of this new experience. Okay, but with Judgment, it does feel like it's a rude wake-up call. I do feel like if you don't take it upon yourself to make this decision for yourself to move forward, life will make it for you. And that usually means a Tower moment, right? A divine intervention. So with Judgment, I do feel like there has been a rude wake-up call in the sense that something may have happened between the two of you where you finally realized, okay, I need to move on. I need to move forward. So let's see how this person of the past, because I think their energy is the most strong here, how they're feeling towards you, what they're thinking about. Oh, we have the Ace of Cups coming out in the reverse, and I always read my cards upright, but if they flip upside down, I read them reversed. And we also have the Magician at the bottom of the deck, but I do feel like they know you deserve more with this Ace of Cups. They feel like they're not the one for you. I think they know that. So if you feel guilty at all about moving forward and moving on without them, I don't think you should feel too bad, because I honestly feel that they know you deserve more, and they know that they're not the one for you. They know that they're not the one that's meant to fill your cup. They just know that. Okay, so I don't know if maybe they've been the one initiating this separation between the two of you, but it definitely feels that they're aware of the fact that you and them are not meant to be. Okay. I feel like once upon a time it was meant to be, but not anymore. Okay, because there's two birds here and I'm being drawn to the two birds. So you both have something very special, very deep connection, but I definitely feel like everything you were meant to experience with that person, it's been experienced. So you shouldn't feel bad about moving forward, separating yourself from them. Okay. We also have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this person feels like there is more to life, okay? Especially if they have been stuck and stagnant. I feel that once they're able to let you go, they almost feel this like push, this motivation to seek out more for themselves with the Magician here. Okay, they're not going to allow themselves to be held back anymore. And I do feel like you and this person could have held each other back to some sense because, or to some degree, because you stayed in your comfort zone longer than you needed to. So I feel like they're feeling excited about what's next for them. So again, you shouldn't feel guilty about letting them go, because I actually think they also feel that this is what's good for the both of you. Okay. So let's finish this off with a lover's message, lover's oracle. Secret admirer, someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Okay, so this is bringing me back to the new person. Okay, the I like you, someone likes you. Romance is blooming, fun, flirting, want to date. So if you do have a new person in your life and maybe you've been wondering if they like you or not, they definitely do. Okay, they're crushing on you secretly. I feel that the reason their energy didn't come forward is because you needed to kind of close the chapter with the past person. But, you know, perhaps in the next love reading that I do for Capricorn, you'll get the newer energy. Okay, but it definitely seems that someone already has a crush on you that is brand new. Okay, so that is what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope this reading resonated and it brought you the clarity and insight that you were looking for. If you ever would like to get a reading with me, all of that information is going to be in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye. Hey Aquarius, and welcome to your love reading. So like I mentioned, this is going to be a short but sweet love reading. We're going to be tapping into the person on your mind and what they're thinking and feeling towards you. However, I am going to give a disclaimer that in all the other signs, a bunch of other things have come forward. So we'll just see where the energies take us. We'll start by pulling from the Island Time Wellness to see what energies are going on in this connection. Oh my gosh, that flew out. Okay, we have lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. Okay, and bottom of the deck, we have the golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Interesting. Okay, so, what's going on here? I feel that you've been dealing with someone who can come off quite self-absorbed, narcissist, like selfish in their energy. Okay, but something is going to transform, and I don't want to get too ahead of myself because I don't want to excuse anyone's toxic behaviors, but I do feel like if you've been dealing with someone who maybe you thought was like a narcissist or just like full of themselves, okay, I feel like they're changing, like something about them is changing, and it might shock you. Like, let's say they went from acting like a douchebag or an a-hole, and all of a sudden they change. Okay, let's see what this is about, because that's what I'm feeling. But like I said, I don't want to excuse any toxic behavior. Okay, we have the Empress. I'll pull a few more here. Oh, the Three of Wands. You know, that feeling that I'm getting is like, and I hate this example, but like when you're little kids and they say that the little boy that likes you is the one that's picking on you. That's what I'm getting. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what this is though. Seven of Wands. Two of Wands. Judgment. And Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I feel like you're dealing with somebody who maybe has the reputation of being self-absorbed. Okay, you could be dealing with somebody that you've been putting in effort. Maybe they're not putting in as much effort towards you. That's all about to change is what I'm getting. What I'm also feeling is like the person has the reputation of being like a dick, but in reality, they're not that way. Okay, it could be like a facade they put on, and then you get to know them at a deeper level and you actually see a different side to them, that they're actually just wounded. But again, I don't want to excuse any toxic behavior. Okay, so we have the Empress. So this is how they're seeing you. This is how they think and feel about you. So they definitely feel like you are wifey or husband material. Okay. And I feel like I hate to say this, but I honestly feel like they're going to change for you. Like if they were somebody who was, like, I don't think narcissist is the word. Like I know this card came out, but what's standing out to me in this energy here is like the golden mirror. It's like the mirror. It's like, it's somebody who comes off as like very put together. They put on this facade that everything's going well in their life, that they don't need anybody, but they're anything but. I feel like you come into their life and shatter the mirror, especially with this lightning. Okay, it's like you come in and break down the walls. You come in and you see behind the protective shield that they put on. You break down those walls. And it's because you're Empress, your Empress energy. You just do that naturally. It's not like you're trying. It just happens. Okay, because we have 3 of Wands and then 7 of Wands, 2 of Wands, and Judgment. Okay, so I feel like they've been watching you from afar with the 3 of Wands and studying you and getting to know you. 7 of Wands is where they get that like defensiveness. So you may have seen this defensiveness in them already and you're just thinking like, okay, whatever. Like you don't take it personally when they get defensive. Again, not excusing any toxic behavior. And this isn't necessarily toxic. So if you're dealing with a toxic connection, like I don't think that's this message. Okay. I feel like this person has also dealt with people who are narcissists, and meeting you is almost different for them. They don't know if you're being genuine. I feel like they've dealt with love bombers and they almost feel like your kindness towards them is love bombing, but in reality it's not. You're genuinely being nice to them. So like I said, I feel like they're studying you, but they do have a guard up with that 7 of Wands. So if you are being kind to them, they almost see that as an attack. Honestly, they really do. So they could be keeping you at arm's length, but I feel like that's what's all about to change. And then we have the 2 of Wands with Judgment. So I feel like they're getting ready to make a move towards you. Okay, with Judgment, they've had some epiphany, some revelation of sorts. Okay, yeah, going back to that lightning confirmation, because I forgot that this card said epiphany. Okay, so I feel like something is transforming in this person, that they're finally going to make a move towards you and go towards you. Okay, because what I feel with this golden mirror, it's like they only act this way because someone has done this to them. Okay, they're acting out of a place of woundedness. And again, not excusing toxic behavior. You will know this is your message. And as I pull this card, I'm looking over at it and it says the snake. And it says competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. So a woman is standing out, the other woman is standing out. So I feel like this person has dealt with people who treated them like shit, could have betrayed them, cheated on them. And in dealing with that, this sort of monster was born. Okay, but I feel like your kindness towards them is actually shattering that monstrosity, let's say. Okay, it's actually shattering the facade they put up, because it's not a real facade. Let's see what else. Yeah, 8 of Cups is coming out. So I feel like they're walking away from what no longer is serving them. And if that's this identity that they've built out of protection, that's what they're walking away from. Okay, I feel like they're also letting go of certain dynamics that don't serve them, thought patterns, belief systems that they've held on to. out of protection or what they thought was real after being hurt. Okay. Yeah, King of Wands. So I do think they come off as a bit of arrogant asshole is the word I'm getting, or the phrase that I'm getting with the King of Wands. I feel like they come off as an arrogant asshole out of protection. And you see through it though. You see that they're actually wounded. We have the Five of Pentacles. They've been through some pain, some sadness. Okay, they've been through a lot. They've been abandoned. They have an abandonment wound. And this arrogant asshole prototype that they've created is just out of a defense mechanism. Okay, and again, I'm not excusing any toxic behavior, but just know, and this isn't also like me telling you to be with them. This is just the energy that's coming through. So if you've been dealing with someone like this, like I said, you'll know that if this is your message, just know that your kindness and the way that you've treated them and been towards them, it's actually helping them open up more and be more trusting. And it's because of you, okay? And again, doesn't mean that you have to be in a relationship with them. It just means that you've had this lightning effect on them. Whether you realize this or not, you are having this effect on them. And that could have been the soul contract between each other, okay? It doesn't always have to be being in a relationship. It could just simply be the friendship that you're giving them is helping them come out of this energy, okay? So interesting reading, Aquarius. I was like getting a little lost there, but I found it. So let's see what your final message is here. Okay, we have manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Yeah, so if you do feel that this person is someone you're meant to see things through and see where it goes, I do feel like that is soon to become a reality. It, like the fact that it's a miracle, I feel like that's what's standing out here, manifesting miracles. Like it almost feels like you being able to be the one that changed this person is a miracle. Okay, I know we shouldn't wait for that or expect for someone to change for us, but I genuinely feel with your energy as I'm in it, I do feel like you have some responsibility on this person transforming into their better version. Okay, and I feel like some people may even talk you out of it. Some people maybe think you're crazy or think like, you know, you can't change anybody. But with the message saying, trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance, you're the only one that truly gets this. You're the only one that truly understands what I'm talking about. So if you feel it in your heart and soul that something is transforming within this person, then you'll know. Okay, I'm the last person to feed Delulu or anything like that. So you'll know that if this is your message or not. All right, Aquarius, so that's what I have for you. If you would ever like a reading with me, oh, I'm sorry, I almost meant to say, I also wanted to say, I hope this reading resonated and brought you the clarity and insight that you were looking for. If you would ever like a reading with me, all of that information is going to be in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. Hey Pisces, and welcome to your love reading. So like I mentioned, this is going to be a short but sweet love reading. We'll be tapping into the person on your mind and what they're currently feeling and thinking towards you. However, I will give the disclaimer that in the other signs, a bunch of other energies came forward, so we'll just see where this reading takes us. So we'll start by pulling from the Island Time Wellness to get an energy check-in, essentially. Okay, we have photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, we have Hand of Cards, take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, gambling. Okay, so with photograph, I do feel that you're dealing with somebody of your past, okay? And I believe Scorpio Capricorn had this card. So if you have that sign, definitely check it out. But I do feel that somebody's missing you. Someone's like, in their feelings about you, you're like the one that got away for them. I think you already know who this is. And you're kind of thinking like, really them? But yes, them. Okay. And for some reason, in today's reading, when the photograph came out in the other sign, I get this feeling of like high school sweethearts, and the reason for that is because this photograph image is reminding me of like a yearbook photo. Okay, so I do feel like somebody misses you. I'm not sure if you recently went back to your hometown or something like that, and you reconnected with somebody of your past, and that stirred up a lot of feelings in them, and it could have stirred up a lot of feelings in you. Okay, with Hand of Cards, this person could have been a player in their past, and maybe that's why you never really took a shot at them or took a chance on them, because you always knew that this is somebody who was a player. But I think you're seeing a new side to them. They are a risky option, is what I'm getting with the Hand of Cards too. There's someone that on paper maybe doesn't look good, or isn't your usual type, or isn't somebody that you usually go for because they're risky. Whatever that means, we'll have to get into the tarot to get a little bit deeper. But let's see what's going on with this person. What are they feeling and thinking towards you? Okay, we have the Hermit. So Virgo energy, so they could be a Virgo. Or you could have that in your chart. Six of Swords. The Fool. The World, Ace of Wands, and the Magician. Okay, so we have 4 major arcanas out of the 6 that I pulled. And then we have the 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so I don't know why I feel like some of you went back home. I know it was spring, so maybe for spring break, you went back to your hometown or something like that. Or they came to visit you. Okay, but something about family and home is coming through. They could be like a family friend, or there was like a family reunion and they were there. But the feeling I'm getting is like you went somewhere and you ran into them. And you're like, wow, you're looking good. And they said the same to you. Okay. And it was a familiar feeling. It felt good. It was like heartwarming. But again, it almost feels like in the past you didn't date them because they were a risky option, or they were a player or playette type of energy. Okay, but what I'm feeling with their energy is that they've done a lot of soul searching. Okay, so if this is your message, you'll know, but they've done a lot of soul searching. They've done a lot of reflecting. I do feel like maybe there was a situation in their life that caused them to go into hermit mode to really get to know themselves. Okay, life forced them to grow up is what I'm feeling there too. They could have had like Peter Pan syndrome, where they didn't want to grow up, but they were forced into it, and they finally did. So if you're wondering, have they changed? Have they matured? Have they grown up? They definitely have. Okay, so I feel like they've spent a lot of time in solitude. So if they were somebody who always had like a hookup around the corner, or like a booty call, like a text away, they've definitely like kind of let that life go, and they've been more on their own. Okay. With the World and the Six of Swords here, I feel like they are a new person. Okay. And if you spend more time with them, you'll see that. You'll see that they matured too. You'll see that life, again, like forced them to grow up. I feel like they've been through some shit, essentially, where it forced them to grow up, but it also helped them mature and become a better person, a better version of themselves, okay? They were able to move forward from whatever card they were dealt with by life, okay? So they have grown up. If you've been wondering about that, they have grown up. And then we have the Ace of Wands, the Fool, and the Magician. So I do feel if you didn't give them a chance in the past, they're going to make a move towards you so that you can take a chance at them. And again, with the Fool card and even the Ace of Wands, I'm being drawn back to the Hand of Cards because it says it's a risk, right? And the Fool can be a risk. It's a leap of faith. We don't know what's going to happen if we take that leap of faith. But I do think they're going to surprise you and impress you even with their motives. Okay, with the Ace of Wands, they want to offer you something new and exciting. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be passionate. And with the Magician, they're not just saying all these things because someone can enter your life and say a bunch of things that they're going to do. But with the Magician, they're actually doing them. Okay. So I do think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by their motives, their actions, what they intend to do. And with 4 major arcanas coming out of the 6 cards that I pulled, this connection is a very significant connection in your life at this time. What you're dealing with this person is significant. Okay. But with the Ace of Wands, if you want to see where this goes, it can be an exciting new beginning. Okay. We have free will. So I'm just reading the energy, but you ultimately decide what you're going to do. But if you do decide to go down this path with this person, it is going to be very exciting, very passionate, very new, very different. You're going to see the new person that they've become with the Magician. You're going to see that they've actually created a lot for themselves. And again, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Because going back to this energy, they've been through a lot. They've grown up, they've matured. They've done a lot of self-discovery. This is somebody who genuinely wants to become a better version of themselves. Okay, and I feel like something significant happened in their life for them to get to that place. Okay, you may hear about it the more you guys get closer to each other, but definitely there is like a life-changing moment for them where they decided to get their shit together, essentially. Okay, so when they decide to move towards you, it does feel genuine. It does feel like they want to impress you. They want you to see how much they've changed and what they're willing to do to prove that to you. All right, so let's get your final message here. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Yeah, this is beautiful. I feel like they genuinely have these deep feelings for you. And I feel like they've always been there, okay? With the photograph, I feel like they've always had these feelings towards you. They just never maybe expressed it. Especially if they felt like they weren't good enough for you. That's why they were a player. That's why it was easier for them to have a lot of flings and to fully commit to anybody or you, because they just didn't think they were at your caliber yet. But now they are. They've done the work and they feel like they've evolved. They feel like they're worthy of you now. Okay, and they're going to do whatever it takes to prove it to you, because they've always felt this way, is what I'm getting. They've always felt this deep love for you. They may have just not shown it. And I think that'll shock you too. All right, Pisces, so that's what I have for you. I hope this reading resonated and brought you the clarity and insight that you were looking for. If you would ever like to get a reading with me, all of that information is going to be in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye.